Robert Marshall Lake Jr., Gunners Mate Guns, 3rd class. For me, sometimes was working with the kids. Believe it or not, they love methylate, that bright red. So we would go to islands and stop and go to visit the villages, go in, take a medical kit with us, take food, take clothes, whatever we could. And I would sit down and I'd doctor up what I could. You know, cuts, scrapes, whatever. And so this one village I've been to many times. And I came back and I finished up what I was doing and I started to leave. And when I started to leave, all the kids come running up and grabbed me and said, "No, don't go the way you usually go. They're waiting for you." And the kids led me around the ambush, get me safely back to my boat. But my main job over there was I was the gunner. Plus, turned out I was the best swimmer on board. So we searched. Our main job over there was searching boats, trying to find contraband. And so the way our crew did it is we pull up to a fishing village, a group, call them in to us, and then I would jump from boat to boat. And all I carried with me was a big knife and a .38 pistol. And I'd go gathering up their boat papers. And sometimes I'd find myself as much as 200 yards away from my boat at night on a little sampan, just going from boats to boats. And when we gathered all the papers, I'd have the last one I'd pull me back up to mine, they'd come up, they'd pick up their papers, and we'd search them. So then, a lot of times I find myself out there just totally alone with just that .38 pistol. So it was nerve-wracking, that job. But one night, this is Norfolk Cameron. We heard they were trying to sneak some rice down through our area. So what we did was we got up there and we shut down one engine so we didn't sound very loud. And sure enough, with starlight scope, I spotted what looked like a normal sampan working down close to the beach. So we come around behind him, then we hit him with the spud light and pull him over to the side. And so I jumped down on it to try and count these bags of rice. And I started reaching down, and I kept getting further and further and further, and I was standing on my head and said, "Wait a minute, this is a sampan. It should only be about 8 deep." So I started throwing bags of rice up to our boat. And it turned out that thing was 8 feet deep. They converted something, and they couldn't even float it normally without all that rice in it. So what they'd done is they created a false bottom to this thing and hid a whole bunch of 50-pound bags of rice down in it. So they packed it down to it was floating about the normal height of a normal sampan. So we just took enough off of it so it wouldn't swamp on us. And we drug it into the base and turned them in. They were required to have an ID card, and the boats had restoration papers. So Can Cook is one of them. I forget what the other name was for the boat papers. But you come up and ask for their boat papers and their ID. And so then that's what we were looking at. We look at that and make sure they're legal. We lucked out one day called I guess he was treasurer for the Viet Cong. We heard the word he was coming through, and we actually spotted they have an ID number on the boat. And it turned out this is one of the guys who were torturing villagers. So we were really glad to be able to grab him. We brought in a few, turned them over, we turned some over to the